Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Dr. Linda, founder of Sky Clinic Malaysia. I'm a certified advanced hormone therapy practitioner by International Hormone Society of Belgium and has been practicing for the past 10 years. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh kepada semua penonton FB Live pada pagi ini. Alhamdulillah kita bertemu hari ini Ahad 11 Julai 2021 bersamaan 1 Zulhijjah 1442. Alhamdulillah kita bertemu di hari pertama hari Zulhijjah. Apa khabar anda semua? Saya mendoakan kita semua berada dalam keadaan super sihat. InsyaAllah sekali lagi saya mendoakan kita semua berada dalam keadaan super sihat insyaAllah. Terima kasih atas masa yang ada. Thank you for joining us. Dan ada tetamu istimewa, topik istimewa yang sudah berada dan bersedia. InsyaAllah sekali lagi thank you for joining us. Please keep and share perkongsian ilmu saya boleh katakan pada pagi ini, kerana apabila kita bermula sekejap lagi kita akan berhenti sedikit saya perlu warn dulu. Apabila kita bermula sekejap lagi insyaAllah speaker kita sudah bersedia. Sesi ini saya boleh jangkakan akan berakhir sedikit lewat sebab kita ada banyak untuk dikongsikan insyaAllah. Please stay with us, right? Sekali lagi please kongsikan ataupun share segala live pada pagi ini insyaAllah. Jom, kita sedang menonton FB Live bersama Dr. Linda setiap hari ataupun setiap minggu. Hari Ahad sebenarnya pada minggu ini ialah Public Awareness Series untuk manfaat bersama insyaAllah. Baiklah, topik kita pada hari ini ialah yang saya sudah ataupun kita panggil, kita dah dapat tetapkan untuk hari ini ialah 3 Secrets of Anti-Aging ataupun 3 rahsia anti-aging. Boleh? Saya rasa mungkin ramai tertanya-tanya ni apabila kita kata 3 secrets, 3 rahsia anti-aging ni, adakah ia berkaitan dengan is all about beauty? Adakah ia berkaitan dengan kecantikan dan kulit mulus sahaja? Saya dapat rasakan kurang tepat. Alright? Kerana speaker kita akan kupas, bongkarkan apakah sebenarnya definisi ataupun kita nak explore apakah itu sebenarnya definisi anti-aging itu ataupun anti-aging ataupun anti-aging. Kita dulu zaman saya dan zaman speaker kita panggil anti-aging. Alright, so sekali lagi saya rasa definisi itu sangat penting untuk kita torokai dan sama-sama faham. Baiklah, tetamu kita sudah berada di studio, sudah bersedia. Alhamdulillah bersedia. Kita jemput dengan ini Mr. Jagdev Bhullar Singh. Silakan. Jagdev Singh.
Hai.
Yes. Good morning Mr. Jagdev.
Selamat pagi warga kota, warga siapa-siapa di mana saja you berada. Thank you very much.
Ya Allah. Yeah, that's good. Such introductory. Siapa-siapa yang berada di mana saja, selamat pagi. Very good morning everyone. Boleh? So Mr. Jagdev, thank you for having us. Thank you for having this, I think, wonderful time, 1.5 jam insyaAllah. Alright, God's will. Kita akan bercerita sikit. So we won't finish by 12 because kita dah expect sebab Mr. Jagdev dah sediakan kita dengan slide ataupun knowledge, ilmu-ilmu yang beliau rasakan sangat penting dan dia kata akan banyak nak cakap. So that's why kita kata tak nak lepaskan peluang ni Mr. Jagdev. Boleh? So,
thank you.
Alright, so let's go ya. So kita nak tengok Mr. Jagdev, di kala ketika ini dunia cepat berubah dan kian mencabar. Kita semua aware apa yang berlaku di dunia dan masyarakat, dunia dan Malaysia ini sendiri diserang pandemik COVID-19 of course. Justru itu kita rasakan, saya dan Mr. Jagdev rasakan topik ini kekal relevan. Sekali lagi kekal relevan untuk kita semua learn, relearn and unlearn. Jom kita belajar sama-sama apa yang kita tahu dulu, mungkin kita nak unlearn dan kita nak relearn supaya kita boleh sama-sama berubah dengan dunia yang makin berubah. I think that's the most important Mr. Jagdev. Boleh? So sekali lagi kita tak nak katakan definisi 3 rahsia anti-aging. Oh ni nak jadi cantik je ni. Oi Mr. Jagdev ni bukan cakap pasal cantik je, pasal beauty tak, right? So itu yang kita nak nyatakan dan nak bawakan pada semua yang menonton pada pagi ini, kepentingan Mr. Jagdev bagi definisi anti-aging. Okay Mr. Jagdev, say some word please.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Linda. Again, salam sejahtera, sehat walafiat to all of y'all. It's very interesting to know that today is your first day of your holy month, and this is going to be a very auspicious day for all of y'all. This is very good. I know that Dr. Linda is also on puasa. That's very interesting. And puasa is also one of the anti-aging that we're going to talk about today. Okay.
Kita akan cakap.
And
Right,
so the thing is anti-aging ni basically you are right, Dr. Linda. Kita ingatkan anti-aging ni semua pada paras muka je ataupun paras badan. Tapi dia ada dua jenis. Okay, of course external beauty is also important, tapi yang paling pentingnya internal beauty kita. Kalau internal beauty kita tak betul, memang external beauty pun tak akan betul juga. So that's
lah. Betul. Itu maksudnya. Maksud Tuan Mr. Jagdev kata itu dia, ya. Kita akan bercerita lebih pada internal beauty, but what is it? Itulah dia anti-aging tu definasinya. Boleh Mr. Jagdev? Alright,
boleh.
Shall we start now? Are we ready? Boleh? So sekali lagi bear with us. Mr. Jagdev akan bermula dengan definasi, dengan slides-nya yang sangat clear dan komprehensif. Okay, Mr. Jagdev, please enlighten us. What is it actually if we mean, atau saya bercakap ataupun rakan-rakan saya doktor ataupun Mr. Jagdev berkata mengenai dengan anti-aging ni, ya. Sebelum tu saya nak memperkenalkan Mr. Jagdev. Saya rasa ramai yang dah kenal Mr. Jagdev sebab tahun lepas, it was last year, saya pernah menjemput Mr. Jagdev as my speaker jemputan juga December. It was last December, betul? Dan sekali lagi saya bayangkan beliau, sebenarnya beliau ialah seorang trained professional on mission to spread the truth about nutritional medicine with evidence-based medicine, literature dan banyak-banyak kajian saintifik. Okay, he is actually a local and international speakers, right? Delivering to public, reaching to public and thousands of public, and of course in medical health talk juga beliau banyak approach doctors yang approach beliau untuk memberi kita semua penerangan mengenai nutritional medicines. Alright, so profession dulu beliau ialah pharmacist. Sekarang masih seorang farmasis sebenarnya, ya. Di beliau ni, as you all tengok, masih muda lah, menghampiri 6 series, ya. Welcome to 6 series. Welcome on board Mr. Jagdev. Alright. So just through itu, kita dah memperkenalkan beliau, topik kita dah tahu, jom kita akan mulakan sekali lagi. Apakah sebenarnya definasi anti-aging itu apabila kita bercerita pasal topik ini. Silakan Mr. Jagdev, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much once again, Dr. Linda. You see, in fact, I always start this talk by telling you in Malaysia, who is the longest living Malaysia ever lived in Malaysia? I think maybe many of you all dah lupa dah, okay? Because here I can't interact, okay? But the man I think who has lived the longest in Malaysia, okay, is a man called Mat Kilau.
Betul, Mat Kilau.
Remember Mat Kilau, okay? Mat Kilau was actually a warrior in the Pahang punya those days in Pahang, but because the British masuk dalam kita punya country tu, they were being hunted, so they all ran into the jungles. Of course, his friends were caught. Datuk Bahamas were caught, and a few other people were caught. So he ran to the jungle, and he stayed in the jungle. And what is interesting is when he came out, he was already 120 years old. And nobody believed that he was Mat Kilau because why? Lama dah he can't be living. Dia memang tak boleh hidup dah. Mana ada orang hidup sampai 120 tahun. Tapi Mat Kilau explain dia punya story, macam mana he told all the history. Only he knows the history. Then they said he must be Mat Kilau. And this was very not so long ago. It was 1969 kan 1970 je. About 50 years ago, So he came out and then and he was some people say that he's about 123 years old. Now here is about anti-aging. What did he do that he can live so long? That here in most people living in warga kota ke, by 60, 70, maximum 80 you dah pun lemah and you already going to your tour age of age. And most people die at that age. So that is something that I want to share with all of you all. What did he eat? What kind of environment he was living in? And this is something that I want to share with you. So anti-aging is all about living healthily,
Wow.
in a, although you are old, but you're still able to move, your mobility is very good. You're able to apa ni
Functional. Masih
your mental
functional.
is good. So you are good lah, you know. Okay, although at the old age.
Betul. So I agree with you. Mr. Jagdev sebenarnya akan bentangkan kita dengan beberapa slides yang akan support his kenyataan tadi. Boleh? So
Okay.
saya rasa ini ialah penting. So let's go Mr. Jagdev.
Thanks Dr. Linda. Okay, 3 skills of anti-aging. Next slide, please.
Kita pergi kepada slide seterusnya. Right,
So what
this
is
is
aging?
important.
Basically, aging is your journey daripada from your cradle to your grave. Okay, you were there, but I think now we are somewhere there, like, depending on your age. Okay, where you are, but something that you got no choice is we all are going to die. Okay, we are going to die one day, but what you do is entirely up to you. How you live is entirely up to you, because I'm going to tell you that everything you have got control. You don't think that it is all your body got the DNA then all that is already like a written, tak ada. You have got full control over how you age. Okay, next. So age is inevitable. Okay, as I said just now, you are going to age, tapi how you age is completely up to you. As I said just now, you are the full control on how you age. Up to you. Okay. So what are the symptoms of aging? As I said again, this is very difficult to interact, but basically these are the first signs of aging. You akan nampak wrinkle-wrinkle kat sini tu, okay? You tengok tu gambar. You tengok gambar seorang yang memang muda, okay? And then you see how things have changed, okay? There's loss of volume, and I can see it in my face as well, okay? My face has dropped a little bit, okay? As we all grow old, your eyelids, your sagging skin, your pigmentation, your wrinkles. So this is where you first pagi-pagi bangun je tengok muka you, alamak, I tengah tua dah. Okay, that's the first thing that most people will see in your face. Okay, and you will be seeing, wrinkle aku macam ni, wrinkle aku macam ni. Okay, so these are the real signs of aging. But the sign of aging is even more than just your face. Okay, next slide.
Kita tak nak tengok external je kan? Kita nak tengok internal. Alright,
for example, orang yang aging ni, dia takkan dapat good sleep. Okay, they can't sleep. Okay, insomnia is a very big problem. Okay. Second, I can remember ni very interesting memory. Memory kita ni, kalau benda-benda yang lama-lama tu kita boleh remember, tapi yang baru kita letak kunci kat sana tu, alah lupa mana kita letak kunci. Kita letak satu buku yesterday sampai sekarang tak boleh jumpa. Kita punya memory loss, okay? Pasal kita tak boleh connect kita punya synapse dengan kita punya neurons tu. Okay, next.
Betul.
Arthritis. Now every morning, I'm sure people wake up aja ada sakit sendi sini, sakit sendi sana. These are all actually sign of aging. Linda mentioned I came here to give 3 talks before on inflammation. These are all signs of inflammation. And inflammation, in fact, you can add inflammation and aging. Inflammation dengan aging, masuk benda tu, dua perkataan tu is inflammation. Okay, so that's why you see the word there. You see the word inflammation there? Inflammation, the surprising link between inflammation and heart attacks. A lot of people die of heart attacks unnecessarily. A lot of people die of cancer unnecessarily. A lot of people have Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. So where did diseases come from? It is all because of inflammation. Ataupun radangan. Diabetes. Dulu diabetes dia ada juvenile diabetes dengan maturity onset diabetes. Juvenile diabetes means diabetes yang datang punca daripada when you are young, okay? And then maturity onset, people who are above 40. Tapi sekarang ni you find diabetes even in 10, 15 years old children, okay? So which is very very sad. Apa tengah berlaku ni? And it's all got to do with pemakanan, and I'll explain to you what is the secret. Now this secret of anti-aging is not new. People have been looking for this for a long time. Dah daripada lama pun dah. For example, let me read to you. Physical and mental exercise contribute to longevity and preserves function in old age. Aristotle, this is before BC. Those who think they have no time for bodily exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness.
Wow.
You see, yesterday Mahathir turned Tun Mahathir, to Dr. Mahathir turned 96 years old. In fact, he said this in the newspaper cutting. I have the newspaper cutting. He said this. He said, if you don't have time for your body, for your food, for your bodily exercise, sooner or later you have to find time for illness. And I tell you, I salute to Dr. Mahathir. At the age of 96, his mental faculty is very strong and bodily very strong, and he's so alert. Okay, so this another very good example of someone who at the age of 96 is still behaving like a person who is 50. Okay, and philosophy is the medicine of the mind. Okay, next. Now, dalam anti-aging ni dia ada like 4 or 5 areas lah that we have to manage. Okay, now let me just go on by the clockwise way. What your age sekarang, you punya umur sekarang ni, it is called chronological age. That means based on time. Okay, based on time, this is your chronological age. For example, now I'm going to turn to 60 very soon, so that's my chronological age. But you see, like Mahathir, although his chronological age is 96, but he doesn't look 96.
96.
He doesn't look 96, right? In fact, I've been told that his wife is even older, right? His wife is older. Now, that's chronological age. Okay, so whatever age you are is chronological age. Now, these are some factors that can cause aging. Of course, time is one factor. Okay, masa tu adalah satu factor. You are getting older. There's another thing called glycation. Okay, glycation is when your glucose or your sugar binds with a protein and becomes a foreign body. When it becomes a foreign body, the body will start to inflame. Okay, that's another factor that can cause aging. So it's inflammaging. Okay, the other one is oxidative stress. This is not enough antioxidant kat dalam kita punya badan tu, and there are a lot of factors which are attacking your body. It's like, macam kita punya besi tu dia kena oxidize, will become karat kan, macam tu lah lebih kurang lah. Okay, dalam kita punya badan tu bukan karat, tapi it is getting older and older very fast. And the other one is called telomere shortening. Okay, I will explain about telomere shortening in my next slide. Okay, apa tu telomere shortening? I'll explain later. Okay, wait. Now, how quickly are you aging? Can you go to the previous slide first? Okay, how quickly are you aging? Now, these are tests that Dr. Linda and many other doctors can do this test for you, right? So you can go and ask for this test, and it will tell you how are you aging. The first test you can do is C-reactive protein. Basically, C-reactive protein is a test for inflammation. Okay. The other thing is homocysteine. Homocysteine, higher the homocysteine, okay, the higher the damage going on in your DNA, in your gene. Okay, so homocysteine is very important. Go and get this test done. Omega-3 index is the test which I have just introduced in the country about 2 years ago. Very few people know about this omega-3 index. If you know, go and get the omega-3 index done. It is the status of your lipid profile kat dalam kita punya cell. Okay, next slide. Now, the next one is calcium artery scanning, which I think some hospitals are doing this. Tallow testing is another one. This is based on the tallow testing, and epi-aging is another one. Okay. Now, these tests are not available in Malaysia. That tests are available. You have to go and look for it. I'm just sharing with you. Of course, the other test that you can do is hormonal test. And I think this one, pakar tu Dr. Linda ada kat sini. Okay. You can do all these tests. You can know where your status is. Okay, I give you a very good example because I'm a male. The test that I want to concern is about my testosterone. Okay, how much is my testosterone? Now, for example, katakanlah, for example, normal testing, the normal range is between 5 to 20. Okay, 5 to 20 is normal range. Tapi kalau you buat testosterone, you say for example your testosterone is say 7 or 8. Under normal circumstances, 7 or 8 is between 5 to 20 kan. So 5 to 20 maknanya it's normal. Tapi to the anti-aging doctors or anti-aging doctors, it's not normal because why? You are at the low end. So what they'll do is they will bring you to the high end of maybe 16 or 18. Then that is what anti-aging is all about. And this is something that you can go to Dr. Linda and she will be able to manage this for you very, very well because she is trained. You can see from her anti-aging punya tu ni, dia from Brussels dia dapat. Okay, so that's something that you can go for Dr. Linda. Next. Okay, remember just now I told you about telomere shortening ni. Now I have to explain a little bit apa dia telomere shortening ni. Dalam kita punya kromosom, okay, dalam kita punya kromosom kat bahagian yang paling at the end tu, okay, dia ada macam capping tu. Nampak tak capping tu kat belakang tu kan? Dapat capping tu, black in color kan, black capping tu. Now this capping, now I say for example I take a gambar you, okay, I photostat gambar you. Okay, I photostat gambar you, I ambil yang copy tu, I buat lagi satu photostating. Okay, I ambil the second copy tu, I make another photocopy of the second set. Then I take the third copy, fourth copy, fifth copy. Lama kelamaan gambar rajah ataupun gambar you akan berpudar, jadi pudar will become less clear kan. Macam tu juga kita punya sel, because kita punya sel always dividing. They're always dividing. So when they divide, some of the information is lost. Okay, so basically anti-aging is your cells are not behaving based on original cell tu. So the information is lost. Okay, your skin supposed to be very, very clear, but because the skin is always changing. So dia ada macam tadi lah dua wrinkle dia datang, dia tak original. Okay, so now you know the black capping at the back there. Okay, as the chromosome divide. Okay, the capping kat belakang tu akan shorten, okay, akan will become shorter, right? So this is called the telomere shortening. The faster your telomere is shortening, the faster you are aging. Okay, so if the telomere is shortening very, very fast, that means you are aging very, very fast. So chronologically you may be 60. But if based on your telomere testing, you can do your telomere testing, telo testing. You can go, you can website, you can Google. Although you are chronologically 60, but because of your telomere testing, you may be already 70 years old. Ataupun walaupun you punya age 60 tahun, tapi based on your telomere test shortening, it is not shortening as fast, which means you are aging slowly. That is anti-aging. Okay, so you may be 60, but based on your telomere punya length, okay, you may only be 40 or 50. Okay, so this is one test that you can do to check and see internally whether you are aging faster than your age or melengahkan kita punya penuaan kita dilengahkan. Okay, and this can be done, and later I'll explain to you what it is all about. Now there's another word I want to share with you here today. It's called epigenome. Okay, now I'll give you another example. Katakan you ada disk, okay, you know your video disk or your song disk, dulu kita pakai disk saja, sekarang kita pakai all kind of things, all kind of devices lah. Masa dulu kan disk, okay. Disk tu ada information. The information is on the song. So you play your disk in your recorder tu, dia akan keluarkan satu music, okay. Tapi kadang-kadang disk tu ada cala. Okay, kalau ada cala, kalau you masuk benda tu, dia tak akan main dengan properly. Macam tu lah epigenome ni, okay. So your genetics is all there. So the information is in the disk. Tapi cala ni yang akan merosakkan kita punya dish tu, macam tu makanan, bahan-bahan makanan yang kita makan tu ataupun environment yang kita ada, yang kita tengah ada tu, by the air that we breathe in, the toxins that we breathe in, it may mencalahkan kita punya dish yang kita ada kat dalam kita punya sistem, okay, your DNA, okay. Now, based on what you are doing, you can switch on or switch off the gene. Katakan you ada satu gene yang boleh, you ada itu gene, in fact you can do the test, you have a gene that can cause cancer. Katakanlah the gene can cause cancer, okay. Tapi kalau your environment is okay, you are living a healthy lifestyle, okay, that gene will be suppressed. Dia tak akan manifest. Dia tak akan manifest dengan breast cancer tadi itu. You can suppress. That's why I'm trying to tell you, just because you got a gene for diabetes ke, you got a gene for heart disease ke, you got a gene for cancer ke, you got a gene for whatever disease lah, okay, as long as it remains suppressed, it will not manifest as a disease. That's why I'm saying you have got full control over what happens to your body. Okay, now you look at this, okay, these are the causes of mortality. What can cause mortality? Gender, cancer risk incidence, and these are age acceleration. Okay, you can see the word age acceleration, that means mempercepatkan penuaan kita. Okay, these are all. BMI, kalau kita punya BMI tak betul, kita boleh mempercepatkan penuaan kita. Okay, for example, stress, kalau kita ada banyak stress, kalau kita ada infection, sekarang kita ada COVID for example, this will expedite the whole, see, people are dying you are normal, you are healthy, because you got COVID, you got a virus, within 5 to 10 days it will mempercepatkan you akan mati. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to tell you, that you got factors that can increase or hasten atau mempercepatkan penuaan kita, tapi kita juga ada faktor-faktor yang boleh melengahkan. This is interesting. Kita boleh melengahkan penuaan kita. For example, that I mentioned there, healthy food intake and exercise physical fitness. And this is what I will explore, apa dia healthy food intake, apa dia exercise yang kita boleh buat supaya kita boleh melengahkan kita punya penuaan kita. So, the whole idea here is, warga kota kita yang tengah mendengar saya punya lecture ni, it is to increase not your age span, but is to increase your health span kita. Okay, we do not know how long we're going to live, but you may live until 90 for example, but for the last 20 years before you die, you on the bed. That's not what we want, because that's not what health is all about. Okay, you are on the bed, you are just surviving. So I think no one wants to live forever with debility, chronic illness and cognitive impairment. So we are trying to avoid, okay, melengahkan kita punya penuaan dengan melengahkan penyakit-penyakit begini untuk menimpa kita punya badan kita ataupun kita punya minda kita. Cognitive impairment is minda and chronic illness is panda. So that's about what we are talking about. And here I want to talk about anti-aging solutions. So over to you, Linda, for a short while, Dr. Linda.
Yes, Mr. Jagdev. All right, I think that's a very much so wonderful introductions, everyone yang mendengar, semua yang mendengar. Ini adalah ilmu super mahal. I said again, Mr. Jagdev, why I say this, why sahabat-sahabat FB, semua yang menonton, kenapa saya berkata begini? Kerana apa yang Mr. Jagdev sharekan tadi adalah konten-konten semasa saya berada di semester pertama, year pertama semasa kami dan rakan-rakan seperjuangan yang lain apabila kami buat master program in anti-aging, regenerative medicines and medical aesthetics. Bayangkan, ya. Dia ada program di Malaysia pada siapa yang mungkin ataupun tak perasan, di Malaysia ada program begini dinamakan anti-aging, regenerative medicines and medical aesthetics yang diperkenalkan di one of the local university. Sekarang ada banyak lagi universiti lain ya. So that was what I said, itu 10 tahun dahulu Mr. Jagdev. 10 ke 12 tahun dulu kita orang ni doctors and from all specialties, ada daripada cardiologist, ada yang ONG specialist, all pergi belajar and all the external speakers, Mak Saleh yang bercerita, bagi introduction kepada kami, inilah yang dicakapkan. Inilah dia nak bagi doktor-doktor ni semua faham. Look, apakah itu konsep anti-aging? Apa yang kita perlu faham mengenai kita nak untuk kita sihat pada usia 80 tahun, kita semua berjumpa reunion dan tak ada yang orang pakai wheelchair. Apa kita pergi reunion, tak ada orang yang tak ada kaki dan tak ada tangan. Something like that. Ya, yang dah datang bertongkat dan of course dengan heart attack dan sebagainya. So itu ialah why saya kata itu ialah kita orang belajar yang ini juga ilmu yang Mr. Jagdev katakan dan terangkan tadi. So saya rasa itu pertama. Yang kedua, apa yang Mr. Jagdev katakan sebenarnya beberapa test yang kita boleh lakukan boleh dilakukan di klinik-klinik ataupun doktor-doktor. Approach your doctor sebenarnya. Ada seperti test hormon, test even Mr. Jagdev kata test DNA. DNA profiling we call it Mr. Jagdev. It can be done once in your lifetime.
Correct.
Invest sekali je seumur hidup, alright? So this is a different huge topic dah, alright? But we can tell, kita bukan nak tahu DNA profiling risk kita saja towards cancer or penyakit-penyakit kecemasan darah tinggi, dan Mr. Jagdev kata, kita nak tahu what we can do better. I think that's what interests me. Apa kita nak lakukan? What can I do if I know I have a risk towards diabetes or cancer dan sebagainya. Alright? Just through itu Mr. Jagdev, kita akan pergikan apakah solution yang kita akan berikan kepada viewers anda yang menonton pada pagi ini, kerana kita nak tengok pada solutions. Kita nak zoom pada what are the 3 solutions, apakah 3 secret yang Mr. Jagdev dah sediakan untuk kita. Jom Mr. Jagdev, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much Dr. Linda. Okay, we continue. As I said, all this information that I've learned, okay, is based on my own personal studying. I tak pergi mana-mana master degree ke tidak. I've learned all this on my own. Okay, I ada buku. I have read hundreds and hundreds of books. In fact, I've forgotten to tell you, whatever information I give you here, it is not as medical advice. Please. Your doctor's advice if you need further information. I'm just sharing your information here with me. You don't have to believe 100% apa yang saya cakap. At the end of the day, I will give you petua-petua dia. You pergilah rujuk, kita ada Google, macam-macam kita ada rujuk, benda-benda yang kita boleh rujuk, and you can go and look it for yourself. At the end of the day, your health is your in your control, and it is your responsibility. Nobody else's responsibility. So there are 3 solutions, 3 solusi yang I akan bentangkan di sini. The first, we have to check and see, as I said, as now epigenome tadi tu, we can control our genes. Apa yang kita masuk dalam kita punya badan sebagai pemakanan kita will affect kita punya epigenome tadi tu, genes, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is to, this is something that I've been saying for the past 20-30 years, go on a low carb diet. Now, I've been saying this 5 whites for a long time. Those who have been working with me, bekerja dengan saya ataupun yang pernah dengar I punya lecture semenjak 2001 when I first gave my talk in the anti-aging function, I have been talking about the 5 whites. Okay, kurangkan pemakanan 5 whites ni lah. 5 whites. First is white rice. Okay, you can go on brown rice, you can go on whatever rice, but white rice is actually polished rice. These are all carbs that will turn to sugar. And if you want to eat rice also, kurangkan makanan rice to 1 or 2 sudu. I'm telling you right now, very important. This is the most important, very difficult thing to do. Okay, white bread, apa yang dibuat sebagai daripada tepung gandum. Tepung gandum ni original color dia brown. Tapi kalau kita pergi beli kat supermarket tu, color dia sudah jadi white. That's why I say it's white flour. Okay, for example, roti canai. Roti canai is actually white flour, which has got a very high carbs, and it is going to destroy or disturb your internal punya balance, okay? You see, once your food is imbalanced or your food is wrong, it is going to create an imbalance in the hormone system. Into many other systems will cause imbalance, okay? So low carb diet is very, very important. Cut down your white rice, cut down your white bread, okay? And also cut down your white sugar. Next, you have to have lots and lots and lots of vegetables and fruits. You cannot go wrong on this. Okay, kalau boleh makanan salad yang paling baik, makanan salad ataupun buat smoothie. Okay, now vegetables and fruits should be your main diet. Main thing is vegetables and fruits. Banyak vitamins, banyak minerals, banyak phytonutrients yang ada dalam vegetables dan fruits kita yang penuh dengan antioksidan yang boleh mengubahkan cara kita punya badan to react and to give rise to your healthness, okay? Keadaan sihat walafiat, right? Okay, third, herbs and spices. Add as much turmeric, rosemary, thyme, oregano, peppers, banyak kita punya spices. In fact, I forgot to mention to you, vegetables tu, actually orang Melayu memang dulu pun dah makan vegetables dalam form of ulam. Okay, now this is where your ulam, I don't see ulam anymore when you walk to a Malay shops nowadays, you don't find ulam. So ulam is very, very important. That day I remember I went with my friend Ahmad dengan Irzal, we went to Kelantan. They had one, in this restaurant in Kelantan, dia ada satu besarnya table tu penuh dengan ulam. I took the ulam and it's so cheap, okay? And I took one full plate of ulam. I think that day, even the people in the Kelantan punya orang pun nampak I angkat I punya ulam tu, banyak-banyak nak makan tu, dia pun macam terpegun lah. Apa ni orang ni makan ulam? But actually, the ulam is full of antioxidant. And I want my body to be given antioxidant. And not only that, you see the word high nitrates. Okay, you can see the word high nitrates. Now there are vegetables which have got high nitrates. Nitrates are very important to make your blood vessels become bigger and the blood can flow better. Okay, and nitrates are also important in so many aspects in your body. Good example, spinach. Okay, spinach, kale. These are you can go and look. Okay. Food with high nitrates. Okay, you can Google in YouTube. As I said just now, I cannot be giving a lot of information, but it's just enough for you to go and look up for the Google. Now, coffee, tea, cocoa, these are all beverages. Yes, I prefer cocoa because it has very high nitrates. It also can cause the blood vessels to become. It is actually will reduce your blood pressure. Okay, but tea and coffee is also equally good. However, please. Kalau you masuk sugar, you already gone off already. Okay. Masuk susu, lebih-lebih lagi condensed milk. I'm sorry to tell you, condensed milk is going to be it's going to cause you to age faster. Okay. So cocoa, I masuk cocoa ataupun kakao, just 1 teaspoon, add hot water. That's how I drink my cocoa, for example. Ataupun tea atau coffee, maybe you want to add sugar, you can add some honey if you want to add some honey, but add lukewarm, or you want to add beer pun boleh. Okay. Right fats. Now fats, a lot of people say fats are bad, but there are good fats and bad fats. I'll explain to you after what are bad fats, but good fats definitely omega-3. I remember one day one doctor who went to US, they dengar satu talk on anti-aging, and then the doctor, the speaker said, in case you have forgotten everything about whatever I just spoke, just remember one thing. Omega-3. So omega-3 is a very, very important component. And if you just check it now, omega-3 index, it actually explains or actually tell you how much of omega-3 in your cells. And the higher the omega-3, the better it is in your cells. Coconut oil. We have been told that all saturated fats are bad, but let me tell you, coconut oil is probably the healthiest oil. In fact, my home, I only have coconut oil and ghee to cook my food. Okay, all my food is either cooked with ghee ataupun minyak sapi atau coconut oil. But of course, itu bukan bermaknanya kita boleh minum sampai sudu of coconut oil. We have to sparingly use coconut oil. That doesn't mean this is a problem. Kalau kita cakap, oh benda ni bagus, okay, aku balik, aku minum satu botol coconut oil. That's not how it works. Okay, you have to take sparingly. But between the oils, you can use coconut oil, and omega-3 is found in fish. Okay, next. And free range meat. Okay, now meat, I have got my own reservation. Okay, based on my studies that I've read, a lot of studies that I've read. Longest living people, I think I shared this with Dr. Linda punya Facebook fans masa tu. Longest living people, that the 5 blue zone tu. Okay, today I'm not going to talk about blue zone. Remember, Dr. Linda?
Betul?
So the blue zone, when you check the blue zone, people in Okinawa, people in Sardinia in Italy, people in Iraq in Greece, people in Loma Linda, nama dia pun Loma Linda juga, di Amerika, and then people in Nicoya kat Costa Rica tu, they have found that these people live up to 190 to 100 years of age, and one of the things that they don't eat much is meat. Okay, so if you want to eat meat pun, kalau nak makan juga, makan free range meat, and try to reduce or avoid red meat. That's why I put with limitation. Only 10% of their food was meat. 90% of the food was whole food, plant based. This is a very important. I am not vegan. There are a lot of people talking about vegan. I am not really a vegan, but whole food, plant based. This is the diet that we all should be eating. Okay, so free range meats next. And I tell you, something that is missing in our diet is fiber. Fiber is very, 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 very important. Fiber. Okay, so you must have a lot of fiber in your food. And for example, kita ambil fruit juice. Fruit juice tu, okay lah kita minum fruit juice tu. Tapi fruit juice tu tak ada fiber dah. Best is to take the fruit as it is, termasuk fiber tu dalam tu. Okay, so a lot of foods, a lot of vegetables have got lots of fiber there. Okay, so you need to have a lot of fiber. And of course, don't forget water. Water, in fact, I've been telling people, like, the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do is to drink, kalau boleh, 2 glasses of water. Okay, because why? Over the night, 7 to 8 hours you're sleeping, you are, I don't know whether you realize this or not, but you're perspiring. Okay, you lose a lot of water. Okay, so the first thing that you do is to add water. Amalkan peminuman air up to about 7 to 8 glasses of water every day. Kalau boleh, 1 jam atau setengah jam sebelum makan. Tapi semasa makan dan selepas makan jangan minum air. Sebelum makan. Okay, because water will disturb a lot of things. So take a lot of water while you are eating your food. Okay, take water before food. Okay, that is my advice lah je. Okay, now remember just now I wrote about the glycemic index. Now I think this is the information that you are available in everywhere. Okay, lebih tinggi glycemic index kita, okay, lebih besar, lebih banyak kita punya glucose akan meningkat, and this will give rise to insulin yang akan, actually insulin is not good, you know. In fact, there are 2 hormones. I think Dr. Linda can confirm. There are 2 hormones. Of course, many hormones we want them to be high. For example, testosterone and certain other hormones, DHEA and all that. We want to be high. But there are 2 hormones that you should reduce as much as possible. One is, and these are hormones that can make you age faster. First, insulin, and second is cortisol. 2 hormones that you need. Okay, of course you can take it down. Okay, write it down. Okay, the one is insulin, insulin, and cortisol. Many years ago, about 20 years ago, I probably am the first person to do an insulin test in myself. In fact, the guy who was doing the test, he says, "Why are you doing the insulin test?" He says, "You do not know. Insulin raised, once insulin is raised, you are aging faster. So you need to keep your insulin levels low." So, and this is something, insulin is something that most people don't test for. Okay, so you test insulin. Dr. Linda and many other doctors who are involved in anti-aging, they can test your insulin and many other tests, and they can tell you whether you are going to age faster or not. Okay, so high like soda. I mean, although walaupun dia cakap sports drink tu, jangan minum sports drink. Kalau nak minum drink pun, ambil coconut water. The best water to drink to put back your mineral. Yeah, hydrate. Because you lose minerals, you lose a lot of things. So hydrate. The best drink is coconut water, air kelapa. And Malaysia ni berlambak air kelapa.
Murah,
You buy
murah.
any corner ada, any corner ada. That's the best drink for after sports. In fact, this was mentioned to me by Dr. Rabinder Jit, a good friend of mine who is a physiologist who has done a study and found that the fastest way to hydrate and fastest way to improve your mineral content is coconut water, not any sports drink. I will not mention brand names here, but all the sports drink, they are all going to raise your sugar levels. Cereals, sugar. Now, many children start their breakfast wrongly. They start with cereals. Wrong. Okay, you need to give them high protein or really high food, nutrient dense food yang ada banyak nutrient. Okay, bread, white and wholemeal. Even wholemeal is bad. I would suggest only whole grain bread. Lain. Wholemeal dengan white dia lebih kurang. We have already checked the glycemic index. Dia lebih kurang sama je dengan white bread dengan whole bread tu. Potatoes, bagels, kalau pizza tu yang bawah pizza tu yang pizza got a lot of topping kan, tapi pizza is all made of flour kan. It's also very high glycemic index. Corn is also high glycemic index. Medium, most pastas are medium. Carrots, yam, ice cream, mangoes, even cakes are medium. Okay, we know why? Because there's got fats inside there. Fats will always help to reduce your glycemic index down. That's why I've been saying this for a long time. Nasi lemak is actually not that bad after all, because why? The coconut oil ataupun the lemak in the coconut will help to reduce your glycemic index down. Okay, but that doesn't mean that today you're going to make nasi lemak and makan as much as possible. Those days nasi lemak tu sikit aja, cukup aja. There's not a lot of nasi lemak that we makan, but today we fill our plate with nasi lemak. Wrong. Makan sikit aja. Okay, yang low glycemic index tu like red and white meat, fish, most fruits, most vegetables, eggs, berries. They all are very good. Berries, any berry lah, strawberry ke, blueberry ke, blackberry ke, macam-macam berry ada. Indian berry pun ada. They all are very low glycemic index. So all vegetables, almost all fruits have got low glycemic index. So these are the food that you are supposed to eat. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay. Now, why? Because low glycemic index, you see, it will help you feel fuller longer. You see, kalau you makan nasi banyak, dalam masa 2 jam, 3 jam, kita akan hungry again. Kita akan pergi cuba go for, say, tea break. In fact, I tell people, your tea break is not tea break. You know, people after having lunch at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, pukul 4, dia dah lapar balik. Lapar balik, pergi cari break. Actually, it's not tea break. Your body is looking for sugar. It's actually a sugar break. That's why you drink tea, you have got condensed milk. If you drink tea by itself, memang tak sedap. Tea ataupun teh kosong tak sedap. You drink tea lah. Okay, tea break tu maknanya minumlah teh, tapi you masuk sugar. So your body is asking for sugar, not tea. Okay. Now, once you have a low glycemic index, your sugar levels will not go up too high. This is called spiking of your insulin or spiking of your sugar. Dia tak akan meningkat tinggi sangat, tak akan meningkat. Okay, dia akan meningkat sikit je. Lepas tu cukup enough energy, it'll start to go down. Okay, so cause a smaller rise in blood sugar. Very important. The higher the rise in blood sugar, the higher the rise in insulin. Right? So insulin is a not so good hormone after all. So this will improve your insulin sensitivity. So this is where I'm trying to tell people that actually it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy that ada orang dapat diabetes. Actually, diabetes can be controlled. Very simple. If you know how to control diabetes, nobody should be actually having diabetes. Kalau you know how to control diabetes, right? It's all about food, diet, nutrition, and exercise. Okay. Next, also low. You see, many people don't realize this. What makes you fat? Actually, what makes you fat is the insulin. The insulin is taking your sugar and converting it into fat, right? Because there's a lot of sugar. So they are going to store it for you for future reference. Masa dulu-dulu, kita tak ada makanan. Okay, tak cukup makan. Kita ada, there's a lot of times when there's no food. So the body has got a mechanism to store your food in terms of kalau masa depan kita tak ada makan, dia ada reserve. Tapi sekarang ni kan, mana ada masa kita tak ada makanan? Maybe now lah, okay? So it is going to use your reserves, okay? So if you have less sugar, less insulin, it is going to inhibit the fat storage in your body. So you akan jadi kurus, okay? Which is good. People can lose weight, and also helps to increase your endurance. You will have more energy. Orang yang gemuk ni, walaupun dia got a lot of sugar, a lot of fats, but their energy level is slow, right? So if you take low glycemic index, your energy levels will become higher. You are able to do more things in the day because your energy levels is high, right? So this is what it's all about, low glycemic index food. Next. Okay. Now I just want to explain to you, maybe you may want to skip this slide. I already explained to you. Skip the slide.
Yeah.
Now, what happens to excess glucose? Okay, this is what happens to excess glucose. Kalau you makanan nasi yang berlebihan ataupun roti yang berlebihan atau gula yang berlebihan, dia akan meningkatkan kita punya insulin. Masa insulin tu meningkat, you see this is taken from a Form 6 science book, so you don't have to go to any university to study this. I took this from a Form 6 punya science book. Okay. Insulin tu boleh stimulate enzyme tu, insulin tu akan meningkatkan kolesterol kita. So people think, jangan makan eggs, tapi insulin can increase your cholesterol. Okay, insulin is the one hormone yang boleh menyebabkan kegemukan. Right, so your obesity is caused by excess insulin. Excess insulin can also cause heart disease, can also cause blood pressure. Can you see blood pressure? Okay, and insulin through the kidneys, okay, dia akan retain kita punya air dengan swab kita atau garam kita, and this will also lead to high blood pressure. So, kalau nak menurunkan kita punya tekanan darah tu, kita kena menurunkan insulin. Kalau kita turunkan insulin, which means kita akan memakan makanan-makanan sugar yang kurang, okay, this itself can reduce high blood pressure, apart from many other things lah kan. And I'm telling you this, I got 20 years of experience. I've given this advice to people who have got high blood pressure within 1 month. If they don't eat any rice, they don't eat any bread for 1 month, okay, you will see your blood pressure coming down. I've done this so many times. I don't have to prove it. You can prove it by yourself. Okay. Of course, as I said, this is not to be taken as medical advice. Please seek a doctor's advice. If you're taking blood pressure medication too, you have to be very careful. You can't just remove them. You have to slowly remove it. Only with doctor's help, you can do that. Okay. Next. So this means this food pyramid I dah lama dah cakap is salah. This food is salah, maximum salah, okay? Because this food pyramid is promoting a lot of glucose. It is promoting a lot of rice and bread and many other things, okay? This is not right. So what you need to do is my next slide will show to you, okay? There was an article which appeared in Scientific American, okay? In the year 2003, I was invited by the Ministry of Health. So this is almost 20 years ago. I was invited by the Ministry of Health to give a talk. And I told them that the food pyramid is wrong. Okay? And I told them, based on this article, Scientific American article, which appeared in January 2003, and I told them that the food pyramid is wrong. So can you imagine this? 2003. Okay. Next slide. See, in this slide, they actually explain that your carbohydrates should be whole grain. Can you see that whole grain? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you see right on top, kalau kita tengok puncak piramid dia, can you see white rice, white bread? Can you see that?
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. White rice, white bread, potatoes, pasta, and sweet. Use sparingly. Dia dah in 2003, dah 20 tahun, this is from Harvard Medical School. Dia cakap, this is the food pyramid that we are following. Let me tell you this, I dah bagi petua ni kepada Ministry of Health in 2003 June. I pergi sana, I gave 1 hour talk, tapi sampai sekarang
Jangan
food
frust bos.
tu-
Jangan frust Mr. Jagdev. Teruskan perjuangan.
Yeah. So until today has not been changed. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to say. You need to follow this food pyramid. Okay. Next. Next. Now this is what I've come up with. Okay. Take a lot of water. Veggie and fruits. Okay. Lots of veggie and fruits. Okay. Protein. Okay.
Correct.
And starches and grains minimum. Okay. Now I have added something which no other food pyramid has ever come up with. Okay. Exercise. And this is what you exercise and mind rest. Whatever lah, meditation ke apa ke, bertafakur ke, is mind rest. Okay. So I think this food pyramid is more thorough, which covers every aspect of our life. Okay, we stop here for a while. What do you, Dr. Linda, before I talk about intimate fasting?
Betul. So what we're trying to say here that the first secret that kita cerita is all about nourishing our genes. Betul? And in order to nourish our gene, what I can summarize here, actually the food that we take, daily intake, be it a good diet, let's say, the diet is actually talking to our genes. Actually itu yang berlaku tau. Mungkin kita semua tak perasan. Sekali lagi, para sahabat FB yang mendengar dan semua yang mendengar sekali lagi yang menonton pada pagi ini, sebenarnya almost dah tengah hari dah sebenarnya, makanan kita sebenarnya berbisik-bisik to our genes. Sama ada makanan baik, dia akan bisik-bisik yang baik lah. Dia akan bertalking. Our food, our diet is talking to our gene, right? Kalau makanan tu tak bagus, not healthy fats, dia yang kita tahu yang not good food, good diet, dia akan bercakap-cakap dengan gene yang jadi tak bagus juga. Itu maksudnya. Alright? So I think whatever Mr. Jagdev was explaining about what are the factors, how to nourish our genes tadi is so much practical. I think this is so much so kita kena ambil and do the actions. No point kita dengar, as Mr. Jagdev was trying to say, dia dah cakap lama dah. Tak apa, sabar Mr. Jagdev. Teruskan perjuangan kita sekali lagi. We never give up. That's why we always would love to say this. We means barisan doktor-doktor seperjuangan, Mr. Jagdev dan ramai lagi doktor-doktor rakan seperjuangan kami takkan give up and still educating or sharing this ilmu kepada masyarakat yang mahu mendengar ilmu ini. Ya, sebenarnya dia ilmu bukanlah baru, tetapi ilmu yang kita boleh buat, lakukan segera. After this, lepas habis lecture ni, can be done. Buat terus. Lakukan tindakan. Right? So itu dia. Yang pertama, mungkin Mr. Jagdev akan teruskan dengan bear with us. Saya tahu kita ada soalan-soalan. Maybe kita boleh entertain sikit. Ya, one or two lah sebenarnya tak banyak pun Mr. Jagdev. I mean they are quite understand or well versed about this topic. Maybe one or two questions that I don't want to wait so long, nanti lama kan. So dia tanya Mr. Jagdev, what is the best insulin level to have from Syari?
This question best Dr. Linda will be able to answer.
Alright, thank you Mr. Jagdev. Sebenarnya macam Mr. Jagdev pun tahu sebenarnya, but he just want me to answer for the medical point of it, you know, from a point of doctor sebenarnya yang functional medicine doctor sebenarnya kita tak tengok, Mr. Jagdev dah explain dah, kita tak tengok pada reference range. Ya, kita explain sekali lagi untuk manfaat bersama, be it all your hormones, be it all your insulin or all your vitamin D levels. Kita tak nak you hidup biasa-biasa dalam range sahaja. Contoh, range di lab makmal bagi 1 sampai 10. How about Mr. Jagdev punya result 1.1? Are you happy?
No.
That's it. Tetapi kita selalu menerima, kita selalu reda, accept je. Oh, I'm 1.1 because I'm in the range, I'm happy. But look at you are not well. Anda tak sihat sebagai contoh. Right? So we want you to the best level, iaitu kita nak 4 hingga 6. Ini sebagai contoh, saya bagi je 1 sampai 10 tu. Sebenarnya if you can look at the original, the real report of from the lab, any lab that you send, any lab that doctors yang buat, doktor anda yang hantar, insulin level dia, range dia terlalu besar. Okay, hence kita nak 4 hingga 6 sahaja. Everyone 4 to 6 saja. Ya. Yes, ya, itu yang paling optimum. So the word optimum meaning kita hidup luar biasa. Kita tak nak hidup biasa-biasa. Okay, so Mr.
Wonderful.
Jagdev, this is your talk. Okay, now I think this is only questions that I nampak that we should answer. The rest kita boleh teruskan dulu so that kita akan entertain the questions at the end of it, insyaAllah. Alright, Mr. Jagdev, silakan.
Oh, thank you very much for the question. Okay, in fact, every 6 months once I do my insulin test, and it's normally between
Wow,
4 to 6. Okay, so
wow,
okay.
great. She
Sharif says
answered.
mine
She
is
answered.
420. Very good. Okay,
Very good, superb.
because the normal range is I think between 3 to 11. I think not mistaken.
25 for your
Okay,
information.
sampai 25. Okay,
Yes.
25. 4 to 6 is optimal. Okay.
Alright, so we are coming to 12 noon. As I said, lecture ini akan sedikit panjang. It's not really lecture lah, it's sharing session lah kita panggil ya. So a little bit panjang. So kita akan habiskan 2 lagi secrets iaitu secrets of anti-aging ni. Satu ialah tadi nourish your genes. Seterusnya kita nak tahu exercise your genes. Dah beritahu. Dan seterusnya apakah nombor 3? Mr. Jagdev, over to you.
Okay, next slide. I already explained this. Okay, now just for your information, okay, I know Dr. Linda is fasting today, very, very auspicious day to fast. I would also suggest people should fast. Okay, kalau boleh, every day. Okay, and this fasting is a different kind of fasting. This is not a religious fasting. I know you're religious fasting of certain timing, but this is on a daily basis. If I can, I do it. I try to do it daily, right? Kadang-kadang tak boleh. Okay, kadang-kadang tak boleh. Now, all you need to do is to find your optimal 8 hours that you need to eat, and then 16 hours you fast. It is really, really very, very good. So you find your optimal. For example, myself, I start my fast at about 8 o'clock in the night. 8 o'clock night. So my last meal 8 o'clock night, and I will fast right till 12 o'clock noon. Baru I makan, for example. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so I already fasted for 16 hours, and my first meal is about 12 o'clock noon or 1 p.m. So I've already fasted for 16 hours. Now, a lot of people even go up to 20 hours. Sometimes I do a 24 hours fast. Means satu hari tak makan. In fact, some people even do 3 days fast. Okay, that one extreme lah kan. Tapi kalau nak follow. There are many kebaikan buat fasting. And these are the kebaikan here. Stimulate brain function, increase fat metabolism, help prevent cancer, promote weight loss, improve heart function, boost the immune system, and improve glucose tolerance. And there's another thing called autophagy, which I don't want to elaborate, but basically your body, once it's a fasting state, it will start to use up all the unwanted products and throw it out, or you use it for energy. Okay, that's a body's way of trying to use up your toxins and convert it to energy. Kalau boleh lah kan. Okay, next. That's autophagy. So nourish your genes. You can basically less makanan, kurangkan makanan kita. So nourish your genes. It will maintain your hormonals. And secondly is that's caloric restriction diet. Okay, kurangkan makanan, and kalau boleh go on raw food as much as possible. So ulam is already raw food. Okay, next, Rosie. Okay, these are things to avoid: white rice, white bread, white flour. Second, table sugar, animal milk, and table salt. Margarines, kalau boleh tu jangan makan margarine langsung. Okay, omega 6 oil, sunflower oil, corn oil, soybean oil. Jangan makan sunflower, corn oil, and soybean oil. Kalau boleh lah. Okay, smoking and off. Okay, next is our next gene. Okay, so these are just photograph. There are Time magazine articles already appearing about low carb nation. Next, what really makes you fat? Now we know it is not the fat, it is the sugar. Okay, obesity, big problem in America, even in Malaysia. We are the fattest nation in ASEAN. Malaysia, okay? So
Malaysia boleh.
Malaysia this is not something that we can be proud of. Okay, we are the fattest nation in ASEAN. So the work which Dr. Linda does and many other doctors are doing, we are helping people to reduce weight, and I think this is very important. Next, these are just photographs to just. Okay, next. Now, what Dr. Linda said was very, very interesting. Your body is always talking to your genes. Okay, that's another thing that your body will do, is also talking to your genes. And this is through your exercise. Okay, the first exercise that I will want to talk about is stretching. Stretching is the most important exercise ever. Okay, now they have found out See, when you are young, you can do this kan. Tengok tu. Bila kita bayi lagi, kita boleh buat benda ni. Okay, this is called stretching. Now they have found out, they have done this trial, okay, and they found that the people who are the most flexible people who are most flexible are the people who live the longest.
Wow.
Okay, this is already factual. People who can flex themselves the most, people who can stretch. In fact, stretching is something that you do naturally. You know, when you wake up, you yawn, you're actually stretching. Okay, you naturally do it. Now, what you need to do is do it consciously. Do it consciously, and I will teach you how to do it consciously. You can do it consciously. In fact, let me go to that slide and I'll explain to you. So you should stretch as far as possible, okay? And this is what I do on a daily basis, and this is something that you all can do. Now I know that yoga, tai chi, and qigong may not be in sync with your religion, but the health aspect is something that you can do on your own. Just pick up any yoga ataupun YouTube and just follow je dia punya cara dia punya movement tu, and these are all stretching exercise. In fact, this is something that I want to share with you, okay? You know, when the Muslims pray, your Nabi is amazing. Your Nabi is just amazing. When your Muslim pray, you are actually stretching yourself 5 times a day. Internally, you're doing it without even you realizing it. So this is part of stretching, okay? You bend down all the way, you sujud, and you do this. This is all part of stretching, and it is incorporated into your religion. Amazing, okay? So this is something that you can do, stretching, okay? Next is, now this is called the HIIT, or high intermittent exercise, or 8-peak exercise, okay? Now, you don't have to spend 1 hour, 2 hours of running or whatever it is. Yes, you are right. Someone, Sharifah says, Solat stretches the body. Exactly. That's why I said your Nabi is so genius. He has incorporated this into your system. Okay. Now,
thank you.
Short bursts of high intensive exercise. Now, this is something that you can do on a regular basis. It only will take 4 minutes. 4 minutes saja. 5 minutes itu saja. Okay, you don't have to spend 1 hour, 2 hours of rapid exercise, and it will really stretch your muscles. Your muscles, there are 3 types of muscles. Okay, there are 3 types of muscles. There's one piece of muscle that's never get stretched, and you will only get stretched if it's high intensity. I give you an example. You go on a bicycle. You go on a fast cycling for about 30 seconds. 30 seconds aja, okay? Then you rest for 90 seconds. Repeat it 6 to 8 times, okay? So 30 seconds, you do a high piece of high intensity, 90 seconds rest, 30 seconds, 90 seconds rest. How long will it take? 4 minutes. 8 times, 6 to 8 times, 4 minutes. And within 4 minutes, next slide, you will see your heart rate, your heart rate will start to go up. You see your heart rate going up? Heart rate go up and then come down because you're resting. Then it goes up again, resting, goes up again, resting, goes up. So roughly you are trying to increase your heart rate to a level that your heart becomes more optimized. Okay, your heart becomes optimized. Your heart is the organ that will give your darah to your whole body. Pengaliran darah is very, very important. In fact, GOD is good oxygen delivery. What your darah is doing, what your blood is doing, ia akan mengalirkan kita punya oksigen kat seluruh badan kita. Okay, kita hidup, oksigen masuk dalam kita punya darah. The alveolus will transfer the oxygen to the blood. It will go to the heart. It will pump. So you need to have a good pumping system, right? And this 8-peak exercise will help you to improve your oxygen in your body. So you can do whatever exercise. So HIIT, look for HIIT in YouTube. Banyak exercise kat sana ada. Just do, don't have to do that. Don't take the 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Do the 5-minute one also. Cukup dah. Minimum 5 minutes cukup dah. Okay, next. And the 8-peak exercise will decrease body fat, will improve muscle tone, firmer skin, reduce wrinkles, increase in energy and sexual desire, improve athletic speed, performance, ability to achieve your fitness goal much faster. Very simple. Tak payah 1 jam, 2 jam pergi gym pun. Just do this exercise. It will already help you a lot. 5 minutes. Jangan cakap you tak ada 5 minit. Janganlah cakap you tak ada 5 minit pun dalam kita punya hidup 24 hours a day we have been given, okay? So, and thirdly is, the third factor is, as you age, people like me, we are aging, we lose our muscle mass, okay? Next, you see the muscle mass, okay? Active muscle, inactive muscle, okay? See, for men, the muscle, not only for men, even for women, our muscles will start to lose, right? So, and you will become, that's why elderly people become kecut, because you lose a lot of muscle mass, okay? So this is something that you can do, increase strength, okay? So have at least some strength training for your muscles to come back again to its normal or optimal position, okay? And your muscles are important because why? It is helpful in your glucose intake. So if you got less muscles, less glucose, more glucose in the blood. Because the muscles are using your glucose for survival, tau. So if you got bigger muscles, it will use up more glucose. So your glucose levels will be down in your blood, which is good for you, right? So you keep a good muscles in your whole body. So there's some big muscles, your leg muscles, your thigh muscles, your hand muscles. These are need to work on. So squatting is something that you can do very, very easy. Just 10 squats a day if possible. Kalau boleh lah, just do that. In fact, I already told you just now, you do squatting, or when you sit down, you're already flexing your thigh muscles when you pray, right? That's already very, very good. It's already working already for you. Okay, next. Let me just finish this. So stretching, 8-peak exercise or HIIT, resistance training is another one. Okay, now we talk about resistance training, because resistance training or weight resistance will give you more energy. Okay, so a little bit, I mean, of course, you can go to the gym if you want to, but you can carry your own body as well. So you just squat up and down, okay, or you can just do push-ups up and down on the wall pun boleh, on the wall, on the wall 20 times a day, or maybe 10 times 4 times. Okay, so macam ni on the wall, just push yourself macam tu je. Okay, macam tu je. So do about 4 rounds, 5 rounds daily, do it about 2 times a day. That's good enough already, right? So this is resistance training. Very important. Of course, you can do push-ups if you want to, for those who are can do push-ups. I mean, at my age, I at one point of time, I can do 20, 30 push-ups, right? So it can be done. Even if you start with 2 push-ups pun boleh, 2 push-ups, 3 push-ups pun boleh, slowly you increase. You have to be very consistent. Dalam exercise ni, there are only very, very 2 important words. 2 very, very important words. First is your discipline. You kena ada discipline. Kalau you tak ada discipline, you tak boleh buat benda ni. Secondly, consistent. You kena be consistent. You have to do it on a daily basis. You have to incorporate it as your daily punya kerja. Okay? Next. Okay, this is my last one. Okay, so the first is nourish your genes. Second, your exercise. Okay, and third, and the most important one, and sometimes we don't realize. In fact, I'm so sad to hear many people are dying today. People are dying. They are taking on their own life. Okay, that's suicide, right? And I think 2 days ago, even the Sultan of Selangor says it's a very big sin to take your own life. Okay, because somewhere along the line they have lost the purpose of life. So you have to calm your genes. You must understand why are you living. Kalau you tak ada purpose, tak ada maksud nak hidup, then you die lah. I'm sorry to tell you, right? So you must keep your purpose alive like a candle. The purpose must be there. Why are you doing it? Like, for example, for me, I share this information. If I'm not so sure how many people I'm talking to today because it's Facebook, but if for me, okay, my purpose of life, if only one of you can ambil nasihat-nasihat yang saya, betul-betul yang saya bagi ni, nasihat-nasihat yang saya tengah mempertengahkan, okay, kalau you boleh masukkan ke dalam kita punya hidup, imbibe in you and follow, okay, I need only one person, and if that person can live one day extra because of this information, then I'm satisfied. My purpose of life has been fulfilled. I only need one person to enjoy extra one day, because even one day, let me tell you this, at your death, you need 1 second pun tak ada. Okay, so 1 day is already very, very good. You can live 1 day extra. So the meaning of life is to find your gift. You see, your God has given you your gift. Maybe for me, my gift is I've been given this gap to talk, to share. That's my gift. I thank the Tuhan to have given me this gift. But the purpose of this gift is to give it away. Don't keep it to yourself. So there are some people who have got lots of, for some reason, they got money, right? But the idea is they have been bestowed with money or with wealth, but you must give 10%, 20% away. That's the purpose of life. The purpose of life is to give your gift away. So this is very, very important. That's why, there was a very famous actor called William Robbins.
Yes.
Right? A very famous actor. I remember him when I was very, very young. We used to see this movie called Mork and Mindy. Very funny character. We used to enjoy his Mork and Mindy. And then slowly he became so versatile. He acted as a teacher. He acted as an actor. His acting was really very good. I always look forward for his acting. Tapi at the end, he lost his purpose of life and he passed away. He took away his life. Very, very sad. Okay, so you must have a purpose of life, and it's very, very important because people are all confused what to do. Especially for example myself. Okay, after Form 5, I did Form 6. After Form 6, apa nak buat?
Okay.
Confused. Apa nak buat? Okay, pasal apa kita tak tahu apa nak buat. Tapi I always tell myself, let the day unfold by itself. We do not know what's going to come, but let the day unfold by itself and manage the day. And you live day by day. It will become weeks, it will become months, it will become years, as long as your day is fulfilled with purpose. Today, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I get a chance to talk to Dr. Linda from your Facebook fans. Because why? It has given me a chance to share this information. I'm so happy. This gives me happiness. At the end of the day, it's about happiness. It's about a peace of mind. And this is very, very important for aging. Very important. So this is the third secret. Okay, Linda, over to you.
Inspiring, yes, Mr. Jagdev. So inspiring listening to you, and after you really touch on the last point, which is the calm our genes, right? One of the many ways is the one that you're saying, that our purpose, because we have to have a purpose. Right? Kenapa kita duduk di dunia ni? Itu maksudnya. Salah satunya, Mr. Jagdev, even for now, he feel it. He really embrace his purpose of today. Maybe not in the long run or in the next future. He just see that today on Sunday, he makes so much purpose. He feels so purposeful today because he has a purpose in life. Alhamdulillah. I think this is what in Muslims are teaching also, Mr. Jagdev. We all know kita mesti contribute. We have to keep contributing, and you have to keep and help others. Betul tak? Sebab itu yang kita sarankan sepanjang hidup kita ni, we have to think of others. Kita mesti memikirkan keselamatan orang lain, not just ourselves, right? Kita selalu self-centered, kan? Kita fikir kita je, right? Kita je nak sihat, kita je nak masuk syurga. Of course, kita je nak semua-semualah, kita je nak kaya. But we forget about others, right? So this is of many ways that Mr. Jagdev is doing. Thankful so much for the time and inspiring talk, of course, right? So ada yang ramai yang kata thank you, memang betul lah, life with purpose. Miss from Kim pun kata bless you all, blessing, thank you. Right, so itulah dia. Kita rasa kita ada beberapa soalan ke Mr. Jagdev nak teruskan? I think Mr. Jagdev ada lagi sikit.
Habiskan sikit lagi je tinggal.
Yes,
a lot of photographs there now, a lot of photographs.
Betul. Kita dah faham konsep. Now Mr. Jagdev nak enhancekan, bagi lagi all these talks and paper, nak bestkan, nak fahamkan lagi topik perbincangan kita pada tengah hari ni. Over to you, Mr. Jagdev.
You know, Dr. Linda, at the back your photograph, you ada satu tree, your sky hill too. Okay, that's a tree.
Why?
Now why I'm telling you the tree. Even the tree ada purpose.
Sure.
The tree that is going outside your house there, they are the
Yeah.
purpose here. They are
Alright.
giving us oxygen.
Betul.
They are giving us oxygen, and they are waiting for our carbon dioxide. That's how they.
Synergy. Mm-mm.
So we are in symbiotic with the nature tau. Kita punya
Betul.
oxygen is coming from the trees. And we are cutting the trees, we are cutting down oxygen levels, for example. And they are waiting for our carbon dioxide. And our carbon dioxide is supposed to be a waste. It's
Betul.
not waste. Nothing is waste in this world because it is being taken up by the leaves to be and that leaves that tree or that pokok or the tumbuhan tu akan bagi makanan kepada kita. You see how we all cycle to work? Fantastic, like. Okay, next slide.
Right.
Slide.
So kita akan continue. Over to you, Mr. Jagdev.
Yeah. The next slides are all, you see, we all are fighting for time. Okay, next slide. This is all photograph aja, fighting for time.
Yeah.
Rushing. What happens when we rush? We are actually increasing our cortisols, our hormones, our stress. Okay, so this is not good for our aging. Okay, we need to have graceful aging. Let me just, this one a little too extra, too detailed. Let me just bypass this. Okay. So there are a lot of factors that can stress us. Workplace, family matters, getting too much exercise. You see, you exercise pun tak boleh banyak-banyak. Okay, we know that too much exercise is also not good for you. Having too much sugar and in your diet, lack of sleep, drinking too much caffeine, alcohol, too much electronic stimulation. Ni kita malam-malam kita tengok 1 hour 2 hour kita tengok kita punya ni. It's not good for our health, this one. So I try to minimize as much as possible. You know that it is needed, but it's too much is bad. Today you got children, they are spending so much of time on their phones and on their iPad, having toxic people around you. So you know who these toxic people are, avoid them. You cannot stop these people from gossiping. You avoid them better. Don't talk about them. In fact, don't talk about people. Talk about ideas. Talk about what is going to make you better. What is going to make the world better. That's more important than to talk about people lah kan. Okay, talk about behavior ke apa ke. I try not to talk about them. Okay, next. These are stresses. This is only stress. So you must have a healthy relationship. Husband, wife, children must be in a very healthy environment. Okay, so this is next photograph. You see all is healthy. So you must have very, very healthy environment. Healthy relationship is very, very important. Once you don't have this relationship, you don't have a purpose of life. So you must be in some form of relationship with either with your spouse, with your children, with your friends. You know, they did a study, a very long study about, I think the study has been going on since 1940. The people who live longest are the people who have friends longest. It's not about your hypertension about the diabetes and all that. They can be, but the people who live longest are the people who have friends and your family members. So you need to have a very close bonding. You know, one very simple thing you can do is to hug a close person, and we all know hugging can increase a hormone called oxytocin, for example. Okay, so these are all very useful information that you just hugging just cukup untuk meningkatkan kita punya oxytocin. You can hug for 20 seconds. So next time when you hug, you just don't hug for 5 seconds. You hug for 20 seconds. You are able to increase your oxytocin. Go and read up about oxytocin, OXYTOXIN. It's very a useful hormone. I don't have the time to explain this to you. Next, we're finishing the okay. So social interaction, volunteering, very important. Today, let me tell you this. I volunteer for Can Survive. Can Survive is an organization of people who want to have information how to survive from cancer survivors. I am a volunteer. Okay, I've been doing this for the past 3 years. I share information. I run some programs for them. Now you can also do that. Link yourself to some form of volunteering. It's very important. Okay. Next is deep breathing. Don't forget, very important factor for aging is deep breathing. You want to age and live longer, you must be mindful of your breathing. Okay. You don't realize this. Now, optimal breath intake per minute, based on a book that I read, is 5.5. Say, for example, 6 lah. So in 1 minute, you should be breathing 6 times. Okay, when you breathe 6 times means you are already deep breathing 6 times. Okay, so I try mindfully do this. Then I breathe in, then breathe out. Okay, so mindfully do this, and you can actually take a watch and see how many times are you breathing in 1 minute. Optimal 6 times in a minute. If you can do that, you are going to increase your happy hormones called serotonin. It helps centers your thought, take in more needed oxygen, expel the toxins out, lower the heart. With this alone, you can lower your heart rate. I've done this before. I've checked already. Before I start the breathing, I check my heart rate berapa. Okay, then I do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then I check my heart rate berapa. Dia akan menurun. Heart rate kita boleh. So, semua boleh dikontrol. You are your own control mechanism. You can control yourself. Even your heart rate, you can control. This is interesting, okay? Lowers your blood pressure. It can also lower your blood. You can do this. Check your blood pressure, and then you do for 5 minutes, 10 minutes of low breathing. I'm going to teach you the technique as well. And then you check again your blood pressure. It'll already gone down 1 to 2 minutes, 1 or 2 units. Can be shown. Okay, that is a breathing technique. Okay, very simple. When you breathe in, inhale, you inhale 4 counts. Okay, you inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you hold for 4 counts. Then you exhale longer, 6 counts or 8 counts. So always exhale more than you inhale. Okay, always exhale more than you inhale. And this is part of the breathing technique that is important for you to calm your genes down. Very important. Do it mindfully once, twice a day. Very useful. You can do it when you are bertafakur. For example, when you are meditating. Today I read a lot of people. You know, the top CEOs of the world companies, they all spend about 20 minutes bertafakur. They will meditate for 20 minutes every day. First thing upon waking up, upon mandi, they tafakur or they meditate for 20. These are CEOs, big company CEOs. They are meditating now. Okay, something. It's all about breathing technique. Okay. Last, so meditation, stress reduction, very important. Go next. Yeah. So meditation, how your mind can heal your body. You have got full control over your mind. Okay. And today we also know what thoughts goes into your mind will manifest with what you want in your life. Interesting, which means you can control whatever you want. Okay, these are 11 things that you can do at home for vagus nerve stimulation. Vagus nerve is one nerve that can calm you down. So I already mentioned this: breathing exercise, meditation, exercise, not too much. You can do yoga, or you can do your movement, your stretch movement, whatever position, doesn't matter. An omega-3 rich diet can also help calm your nerves. A probiotic rich diet, example, tempeh. Tempeh, you know the Indonesian tempeh? Okay. We have my home, we have tempeh almost every week once. We take tempeh, tempeh. Singing and chanting, okay? Singing, menyanyi. Be happy, okay? Don't go and nyanyi sad songs lah kan, okay? So pick songs that will make you happy now, okay? So singing can also stimulate your nerve, vagus nerve, okay? And chanting, you know, when I know because I was raised in a police barrack, you know, police barrack, okay? So that's why when I was young, bila I young, I could only speak Malay, you know? So, and I remember going to there's always a surau there, and they will be repeating a word over and over and over again. I know the words, but I don't think so I should be mentioning this to you. But there is a particular word where you keep on mentioning again and again and again and again. That's chanting. It's nothing to do with Hinduism, okay? It is also being practiced in Islam as well, chanting. The repetition of a simple words, okay? Splashing your face with cold water, that's something in the morning, just splash your cold water. Even if you are taking a hot bath, okay? If you look at Wim Hof, WIMHOF, Wim Hof, can teach you a breathing technique. You can go and take his apps, WIMHOF. He teaches you, and he says that even if you're taking a hot bath, the last 30 seconds, make sure it's a cold shower. Okay, because a cold shower helps to improve your vagus nerve stimulation. That's which is what I do. Hugging, I already told you about hugging. Massage is also usually, in fact, massage is something that the Muslims or the Malays have been practicing this for a long, long, long time. They got all kind of massages. It's very, very popular within Indonesia, Thailand, in this part of the world, massaging, because it helps to calm your nerves, calm your genes, okay, and even intermittent fasting. So these are the 11 things that you can do to calm your nerves. Okay, next. Now it's all photograph. Okay, the oldest swimming medalist in the Olympic history. She was a 41-year-old lady who is the who achieved this Olympic medal, gold medal, and she says, "Don't put an age limit on your dreams." Right? So it's up to you. It's definitely depends on up to you. Don't have an age in your body. In fact, right now, you decide what age you are right now. I mean, I tell myself, I'm 35 years old. Keep on telling yourself you're 30 years old, 30 years old. 30. I got a friend who is now 70 years old. I said, wow, you're looking so young. What makes you look so young? He says, Jagdev, why you think I'm old? I'm only 30 years old. But I know he's 70 years old now. I know dia 70 tahun. Tapi dia cakap pada diri dia sendiri bahawasanya dia berumur 30 tahun. So, your mind accept you are 30 years old. So it's up to you to decide what age you want to be. It's not based on your chronological age. Okay, so it's very important. Next slide. This is all photographs now. So this is another guy, 80 years old. Okay, third half of his life. I think I'm sure Linda knows him. The older he gets, the more younger he looks. Amazing, this guy. You know, there are many people like that. Okay, next. You know this. I'm sure you all know this actress. Okay, the lady from the Friend, the movie Friend. The longer she ages, the younger she looks. I don't understand this. Okay, so there must be a mechanism whereby these people are doing it, and I'm telling you, whatever I just shared with you is all part of it. Of course, these people, they got more money, they put Botox and all that kind of stuff, which you can also do. But at the end of the day, internal beauty is what makes you best, right? Next. Okay, these are the books that you want to read. Now, I've been following Dr. David Sinclair punya book. In fact, I got the book somewhere in my room. Something that you want to read. David Sinclair is now 50 years old. Okay, can you see? He's 50 years old. He's from Australia. He's a researcher in Harvard Medical School, and he's doing a lot of work on anti-aging. Amazing. Okay, he's talking about the genes. He's talking about sirtuins gene and how to protect using vitamin B. Okay, nicotinamide. Which will form NAD, and NAD. I mean, this is all very chemical jargon, but you want to read, you can read. So vitamin B3 is important for anti-aging, according to this guy. So this is a book that you can read. A lot of information in this book. Next, this is okay. Dr. Linda and I, we have pernah dengar Walter Longo punya talk. Dr. Linda has his talk as well. This is a book. 5-day fasting mimicking diet. So you can read his book. He also talk about longevity diet, what to eat and what not to eat. Okay, next. This is the book. In fact, I'm reading this book right now. Okay, Eat to Beat Diseases by Dr. William Lee. I'm halfway through. Can you see my chart? Okay, so I'm reading this book. So keep on reading this book, because why? There's so much information. I don't have the time to share this with you. You know, in fact, I read things here, but I tell you, I don't have the time to share all this information with you. But yes, these are books that you can read to get more information. The body's 5 defense. So this is my last sirtuin. Sirtuin. Good. SIRTUIN. Sirtuins. There's sirtuins 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 5, 6. Now, in the future, maybe the future of medicine, life begins at 100. People might say life begins at 100. Today, people die at 100. In fact, people die at 80. People die at 60. But maybe in the future, we will be able to live much longer. Okay, next time, grandfather or grandmother will be celebrating its 174 years birthday. I mean, this is impossible today, but we just do not know where our future is heading. Maybe this can be a possibility in the future, right? Next. But again, we do not know how we're going to die. I mean, we cannot predict No, my son's fiance's father just passed away 1 week ago, and today is the prayers. I can't go because of lockdown. And he was only 63 years old, and he just had a fall and died. You know, things like this can happen. We just don't know. It is so unpredictable, so vulnerable. How you're gonna die? Just share this photograph. Just share the photographs. Next, okay, so we do not know how we're gonna die. We can be in a plane crash. We there are no control. Okay, road accident. You can be eaten by a shark. Okay, people really die. In Australia and many countries, they die because shark attack. Okay, just don't know. You can be eaten up by a crocodile, you can or bitten by a snake and die. For example, you just don't know, right? Some people take a lot of. You see, people like this walk every day, and this happens in China. People are, this is their life. In fact, I wouldn't be. It is not far fetching that there are some people like this living in Sarawak today. In Sarawak, people are living like this. Okay, they walk planks. It's not far fetched. Okay, next. Like this guy, he passing through the to the river. Okay, so yes, well, of course, people die because of alcohol intake. Okay, so various ways of dying. Okay, you don't know, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is that it is entirely whatever is going to happen, we cannot predict. But whatever that's going to happen to you within your control, you can predict. How you look and how you feel is entirely up to you. You got full control. You cannot say, alamak, aku ada gene yang boleh menyebabkan penyakit jantung, aku ada gene yang boleh menyebabkan cancer. I'm teaching you, you read all these books, you can control these genes through a big science called epigenome. You can switch off or switch on those genes. It is possible. Okay. In fact, you can even change your mindset. Do not have the disease, right? So next slide, please. Some people age gracefully. Okay. These are people who age gracefully. These are actors and actresses. They age gracefully, but some don't. Okay. It's up to you how you want to age. Entirely up to you. This is how I started my talk. These are some of the oldest people living on earth today. The people who are in Japanese. Now, what is happening is we have in the last 150 or 200 years, we have been able to increase our lifespan. Okay, we are aging, and today our lifespan, our aging has gone further and further and higher. In the future, maybe we will just be old at the age of 100, or maximum we can reach 120, and we just goes off. I think that's the ideal way of going, not spending time in the hospitals, on the hospital bed for years and years and years. That's not what I want to do, right? So it is a choice that you have to make, because you cannot tell, alamak, termakan benda yang tak betul. You cannot say, because whatever you put in your mouth is entirely your control. You cannot say, alamak, termakan pula benda yang tak betul. Okay, you try and see. Today, try to put diesel into your petrol car and see what happens. Try to add diesel into the diesel is available. You go to kiosk station, there's a diesel there. Petrol station there ada diesel. You masuklah diesel dalam. You takkan masuk diesel dalam you kereta, pasal apa you tahu? Kalau you masuk diesel dalam kereta petrol kereta tu tak akan bergerak. Dia akan musnah. Tapi you boleh think untuk you punya kereta. Tapi we can't think for ourselves. Kereta tu mahal mungkin, tapi berapa harga nyawa kita pula? Are we so cheap that we can put cheap stuff, junk food into our mouth and kill ourselves? That's what we are doing. That's what we are asking our children to do. Wrong. It's terribly wrong. You can't do it for your car, but you do it for yourself. So this is a last motivation for all of you. Just go to my last slide. It's a very, very motivating. Okay, this is my second last slide. 5 benefits of boosting your health span. So today, summary. Expand your lung capacity by exercise. Okay, improve your heart pumping capacity. Okay, you have to strengthen your muscle mass, your bone density. Okay, you have to reverse your age-associated increase in fat around your belly, your middle. So you have to reduce that. Okay, and retain your strength your speed, and your dexterity. And all these factors will make you younger, right? Now, I think my last slide is this photograph I have. Okay, this photograph is very, very interesting. You see one old lady and one old man there. But remember this, you will become old. Your age, your days are passing, okay? You will become old. But in every one of you here today who are listening, every one of you, there is a younger person in you waiting to be discovered. Okay, so if you follow whatever betul-betul yang ada tu, okay, you will become younger all over again. You don't have to base on your chronological age. You decide what you age. With that, thank you very much, Kim Wan. With that, my last slide, I'm trying to tell you, may you age into your sunset years gracefully. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Thank you, thank you very much.
Wow, I think, what do you all think? Do you all want some more? That's why I told you all already from the first place. It will be going around and around until 1 o'clock. I said, Mr. Jagdev, no, we finish early. No lah, I was joking. I said the floor is yours, Mr. Jagdev. That's why I was trying to say, look, whichever you feel that you would love to share today, I was saying to him, look, go ahead, all right? And he's willing to do it in almost, you know that? We almost...
hours.
Yeah, 1 hour and 40 minutes.
40
yeah,
minutes.
it's like that. So
Okay.
again, so it's not about the time. It's not about how much we want to, to finish off. No, because we know that this is as introductions out of it. Yes, we have Dr. Rosma here. Dr. Rosmawati is our rakan seperjuangan juga. Dr. Jagdev, Dr.
Hi,
Rosmawati
nice to see you,
juga.
Dr. Rosma.
Yes. So she also said aging gracefully, of course. So that's why I said I was calling my doctor's friend as well. This is not just to explain or to share to public and look, it's for our patients. No, I was trying to share this to our beloved doctors. Look, this is our wonderful Mr. Jagdev Pakak cakap tadi kan, dia humble, dia kata ni dia punya petua-petua. From your point of view, it can be petua-petua, but it's all medical evidence. All are medical evidence in the scientific literatures and journals saying all this, alright? It's just that from his point of view, dia tak naklah cakap yang ni, cakap ni ada, dia berendah diri, dia sangat humble to say that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he used the word petua. I know if you all can catch the word betul, but I have to say, all the sharings, especially all the 3 secrets, how to, the secrets of anti-aging, how to become aging gracefully, are all scientifically evidenced, right? In our world, right? Our world means in our seperjuangan kami yang really understand about this matters, kan? So kita tak nak hanya berkata sakit baru makan ubat. It's not wrong. We are not saying that. Apabila kita perlu makan ubat, apabila kita sakit, yes, we go to doctors who prescribe. Yes, we have to. We take drugs also. Kita pun ambil ubat-ubat apabila kita perlukan. But not when you have to take for long term. Ini yang kita nak bawakan, because all the disease, dan kita faham, all the diseases, maksudnya penyakit kronik, can be reversed. Ini another point that kita nak share, that by doing all this, memang Mr. Jagdev cerita pasal longevity. Memang Mr. Jagdev cerita pasal how to aging gracefully. Betul. But if we were to have any penyakit kronik, be it kencing manis, diabetes, darah tinggi, whatever, penyakit jantung, these are all the rahsia. Inilah dia rahsia-rahsia yang kita share. Inilah dia kita perlu lakukan sekarang dalam masa kita sangat susah, dalam masa kita berada dalam dunia yang berubah dengan sangat cepat, dan we are uncertain. Kita tak pasti bila COVID akan habis. Kita tak pasti siapa akan terkena penyakit ini, virus ini akan singgah di badan kita. Hence we do this. The least you can do to our body, we do this together. Kita sama-sama meningkatkan kesihatan kita dengan simple measures that Mr. Jagdev terangkan. Yes, thank you so much. I think we can entertain few questions, Mr. Jagdev, if you don't mind. Kita ada beberapa because he gave me till 1 o'clock. Ni I bagi pecah rahsia. Dia kata tak apa, 1 o'clock pun boleh. I kata I nak balik dah. Dia kata tapi Mr. Jagdev is so much so he will keep stay, you know. Okay, satu je, ada beberapa yang I nampak team, maybe tolong bantu. Ada Kim Wan ada tanya about the fruits and you know the colourful fruits tadi. Can you just find that questions? I think that's one I think we can entertain that questions. Ada beberapa lagi sebenarnya. For time being, while the team looking at the questions tadi, from Puan Siti Norkia, she's from JB, Mr. Jagdev, all the way from JB.
Wow.
Thank you Dr. Linda and Mr. Jagdev. Dah jadi doktor dah, Dr. Jagdev dah jadi doktor I kata ya. He's a pharmacist. Apabila ada doktor, mesti ada ahli farmasi. Itulah dia, kami saling symbiosis, you know, lengkap melengkapi. Hari ini lengkap, ada doktor dan mesti ada pharmacist of course. I rasa team akan jumpa yes, this is the one from Kim Wan. I know Kim Wan has been following us from few weeks already, ever since I started this sharing. Thank you, Kim Wan. Alright, I think Mr. Jagdev can answer this. I know she mentioned, Doctor, can we go overboard on fruits? 5 colourful rainbow fruits, dia kata. Breakfast, lepas tu afternoon, snack lagi banana. Lepas tu dengan fresh coconut. Very good. Kan? Soalan dia, silakan Mr. Jagdev.
Okay, that's a good thing to do. Okay, my only sugar. The fruits have also got sugar, so be careful with sugar. That's why I always tell people take a lot more vegetables. If you're going to make a fruit, first and foremost, fruit juice definitely out. Jangan minum fruit juice kalau boleh.
Yeah.
Dr. Robert Lustig. Dr. Robert Lustig is a pediatrician. He has done so much of work, and he has actually highlighted that fructose is not good by itself. And today we are adding fructose. Kita masuk fructose dalam drinks. You know, you buy your drinks, your packet drinks, and they are putting fructose. The commercial people understand that doctors are only checking for glucose. Nobody is checking for fructose. So when you take all this fructose, it is also going to give you a not so good effect on your body. So be careful a little bit about fructose. Now, so that's why when you take fruit juices, it is only going to increase your fructose, and I can tell you, I can show you all the evidence. Fructose leading to gout. Fructose leading to insulin resistance, fructose leading to blood pressure. Okay, we got all the evidence. Okay, so fruit juices is not a very good idea, and I've been saying this for the past 20 years. But fruit smoothies, fruits with the fiber, that's fine, right? Now, if you want to go overboard on fruits, I rather have you overboard on vegetables.
Veggies,
Eat more veggies, right? And fruits, if possible, try to keep it before lunch. Eat your fruits, all your fruits in the morning if possible. In fact, orang tua dia cakap jangan petik fruits pada waktu malam. They are telling you not to eat the fruits at night. Okay, it's just a petua. Okay, but I believe in it. I think that fruits should be taken early part of the day, so that you have time to digest and time to burn the fats, to burn the sugar. But don't go overboard with fruits. Have small little fruits, colorful as you want, but try to eat more vegetables.
I think Mr. Jagdev, what she's trying to know, to get us to explain maybe, but how about this in regards to what she's doing in regards to her high cholesterol challenge, maybe, right? Even not that great. I mean, you can add on that, right? Because the cholesterol, whatever you take,
cholesterol, there are many other ways to reduce cholesterol. Okay, if you have a cholesterol, in fact, cholesterol is a very, very big, huge, complex topic. Okay, I can go and talk for about half an hour or 1 hour. I don't want to go.
Aku pula half an hour, 4 jam topik cholesterol.
Nuts and seeds will also help you reduce cholesterol. Okay, so a lot of as long as you're eating vegetables and fruits, a lot of more vegetables and fruits, and nuts and seeds and legumes and lentils, whole plant-based fruit, by itself, I'm telling you, the cholesterol levels will come down. Definitely will come
Yeah.
down. But Dr. Linda and many other doctors, the Perjuangan, for example, Dr. Rosmawati, who has been on board, they will be able to guide you better, because this is a very specific question. They will guide you better. But going on a whole food plant-based diet will actually help you reduce your cholesterol, blood pressure, sugar levels, all on its own. Yeah.
Correct. I think we got it right. We harap menjawab soalan from Kim. I think ada one more question saja because we're close to 1 o'clock. Tim, maybe dapat tengokkan soalan tadi daripada free range meat tadi. I think Mr. Jagdev ada explain this masa last year December, kita ada 3 series of inflammatory food, right? That kita tak sempat satu FB live, kita buat 3 series FB live. That's what we have done last year, ujung last year was December. Tapi tahun ni kita nak repeat lagi insyaAllah, tetapi kita bermula dengan 3 secrets of anti-aging ini because still related to what we put to our mouth and regarding to nourishing our genes. Lagi satu, that's the one. Tim, jumpa tak soalan daripada, I think there's much more ke atas tadi, right? So ada lagi yang I think Mr. Something yang tanya. Okay, dia looking at it. Dia kata examples of that range, the free range. Yeah. Sekejap, ini sebelum I jumpa, sebelum diorang put up, daripada Puan Aini kata tujuan utama hidup adalah memberi manfaat kepada orang sekeliling kita. Betul, Mr. Jagdev. That's what you've been doing. Alhamdulillah, thank you. Tim, ada jumpa tak? I think dia tanya apakah contoh free range meat.
Ayam kampung is free range. Okay. Now ayam kampung is free range. Try to eat free range food. Even your kettles, your beef, if possible free range. See, the thing is, a lot of people are taking processed food. Now processed meat is going to reduce your aging. Okay, so don't take processed meat because processed meat is going to harm your DNA and your epigenome. Okay, so processed meat is definitely off. Fatty foods is off. Sugar sweetened beverages is off. So free range is ayam kampung, cattle roaming around normally. These are the free range lah. Goats, kambing yang free range. They are not they're Bhullar and then they feed them food and all that. That's not free range lah. Ayam kampung lah example. Very good example ayam kampung.
Yeah. Kalau nak meat,
ayam telur lah, ayam kampung lah.
Ya. Kalau nak meat, of course kambing, lembu yang makan grass fed lah ya, yang hidup di maksudnya itu maksud Tuan Jagdev, ya, Mr. Jagdev kata.
Not being fed with corn or not being fed with artificial food. Okay. They must be fed with grass. That's their food.
Yes.
But
Saya
again,
harap
this one, try to reduce your red meat, okay? Because red meat, once it goes to your body, will form a compound called TMAO. You can go and read about it. It's a trimethyl thing, TMAO, and TMAO is very inflammatory. Okay, so take once a month boleh ataupun once. I've reduced my red meat. I've cut off completely. Okay, up to you. You decide. I've my red meat completely. Once a while I take chicken. Once a while I take fish. But otherwise I'm mostly on whole food plant-based diet. I keep repeating this. Whole food plant-based diet.
Masya Allah. So much. So kami mengharapkan Tuan Ahmad Zudi menjawab soalan Tuan Ahmad Zudi, insyaAllah, right? So I think we have answered most of the questions, Mr. Jagdev, right?
Yes.
We have 7 minutes to 1. Sebelum saya bagi kata-kata terakhir untuk I conclude this, I need Mr. Jagdev to give a conclusions, what your last words to the viewers, kepada semua sahabat-sahabat FB yang menonton. Apakah harapan Mr. Jagdev, at this point of time? Over to you, Mr. Jagdev.
Now, whatever I've just spoken, apa yang saya telah berikan, actually, is not only for your health, but it's also for a lot of things. Okay, for example, we are facing COVID. These are the foods is going to improve your immune system as well, right? Because I mean, people say, "Oh, improve immune system." What is it that is going to improve your immune system? These are the food that the Ilahi has given us. There's nothing beyond this. You can't go and get a food from Mars or Moon. Tak ada. Kita cuma put di sini saja. Okay. So these foods are not only for your health, but to ward off all diseases. Okay. So if you follow half or 1 or 10% or whatever I just said just now, you are going to see changes. But the thing is, I can give you all the information. I have given you all the information. My hope, my last word, my hope is, if you don't believe in this information, go and read about it.
Itu satu.
I already given you the books, go and read about it. But if you think that this food is good, then I would suggest follow. As far as possible, follow. Now, the thing is, you have to be mindful what you are putting into your mouth. Okay? If it's going to be sugar, tell yourself. Or it's going to be a piece of cake, even piece of cake, it's a lot of sugar, a lot of butter, a lot of all wrong things there. It's not healthy, right? So you have to be very, very careful what you put in your mouth, because you have got entirely full control about your health. That's it.
Wow, I think that's conclude our discussions hari ini, tengah hari ini. Apa yang harapan Mr. Jagdev ialah kita ada tindakan, ada actions towards what we want to do. Summary untuk hari ini, apakah 3 secrets untuk menjadi kita kekal muda, kekal sihat and anti-aging dan tak berkedut dan apa yang kita mahukan, kita memang impikan, ialah pertama, we have to nourish our genes dengan all the measures yang kita dah share. Kedua, E, first N, nourish our genes. Kedua, E, exercise our genes, correct. Third, C, calm our genes. With that, Mr. Jagdev, thank you so much for the time. Solid 2 hours discussion today. And as you all know, as everyone knows, he won't disappoint me, because we will be seeing next series, insyaAllah. He always be here with me. Kalau I minta tolong je, jom boss, boleh tak bagi talk. He will never say no to me. I know I will, that's why I said, the person that I will find is, we know, kita ada beberapa orang yang won't say no to us, insyaAllah. Thank you with that. Thank you so much, Mr. Jagdev, sekali lagi. Before I end, kita ada next week, Mr. Jagdev. This is sangat best. Sebab kita dah cerita banyak pasal food, banyak pasal diet. Next week, same time, sama masa, sama hari Ahad, sambil-sambil kita berada dalam keadaan lockdown ini. Of course, kita nak lebih memberi ilmu dan lebih memberi nilai kebaikan kepada semua pendengar-pendengar dan followers Facebook kita. Tetamu kita ialah Dr. Malinda Muhammad Ali. She's adalah seorang penulis buku intermittent fasting, alright, the first in Malaysia I can say, and the topic that kita nak bawakan, effects of fasting to longevity. Kita dah cerita pasal jin je 2 minggu turut-turut. Okay, minggu ni cerita pasal jin. Bukan jin apret, bukan jin toncik tu tau, Mr. Jagdev, bukan that jin, bukan jin yang tak bagus tu. These are all our own genes, yeah. Okay, so book our date next week, insyaAllah. Alright, with that, saya dengan sekali lagi memberikan kata-kata terakhir dan terima kasih kepada masa yang diberikan kepada semua yang menonton pada tengah hari ini. Kami mengharapkan memberi manfaat dan menjawab semua soalan yang ada. Justru itu, akhirnya jaga diri, love yourself so that you can love others at the same time. Jaga diri, jaga emosi, jaga pemakanan anda, jaga family. Selebihnya Allah bantu, insyaAllah. Dengan ini saya sudahi dengan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye everyone. Bye Mr. Jagdev. InsyaAllah.
Okay.